What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are rebuilding a 1997, my apologies, F1 McLaren F1 GTR Longtail. It's going to go all the way from the bottom to the top, same as the 05 Mustang that we rebuilt. Just going to get some completely stripped out, rebuilt from the frame all the way up, and so forth. And yeah, if you like videos like this, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you can think of a car that'll be in the mod shop, not shop, but like the workshop, put it in the comments below and let me know, and I'll try to find it as best as I can, because they have quite a few cars in there. But let's get right into the video, you guys. We got to move this thing to the car lift. Take all the tires off. We'll start with that. I've already rebuilt one of these cars in the past already, and I messed up the tire sizes. Hold on, you guys. Y'all are gonna see my settings for like a second. There we go. That way you guys can hear me as I unbolt things, and y'all can hear me better. I thought I had it turned down enough, but I guess not, because I couldn't hear myself think for a hot minute there. But now we should be good, and y'all can hear me perfectly clear. This thing has a V12 in it. I don't know exactly what V12, but I know it has a V12 in it. So that's going to be a fun motor to rebuild. There's a lot of parts to a V12, rebuilding it. I apologize if you guys can hear my dogs. They're quite loud. Apparently there's a lot of rusted bolts on this thing. It was sitting in a junkyard for a little while until I bought it. I'll show you guys how much I bought it for from the salvage yard. Gotta get the tie rods. I about forgot about those for a minute. Or I did forget about them. Now everything else is accessible from under the lift. We can go ahead and take these body panels off. Ain't gonna hurt it. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to build, a lot of parts to building this car. Yeah, this car is basically just like a shell now. Carbon fiber rear, carbon fiber tub. There's a lot of carbon in there. Yeah, see, just everywhere is carbon. Except the roof. Why is the roof not carbon? Make sure I didn't forget anything. I'm gonna take the seat and stuff out too while I'm taking stuff out of the car. So now it's completely stripped from all of it, everything. Go ahead and pick it up on the lift. Get that unhooked. Transmission. That's gone. Rear suspension's gone. I'll just pull that motor out with the engine hoist, because I don't want to have to pull the whole motor apart. Now it is the whole, just the shell of it now, because there's no suspension, nothing in the car now. Just the old motor. Now I know I said I would probably rebuild the Ferrari in the next video, but this is just like a project I'm probably going to work on. Do the same thing I did to the Hellcat on the Ferrari. And that takes a hot while, because if you see, go out here to the Hellcat, everything on this engine that could be painted is painted. Like red clips, red suspension, coil packs are colored red, supercharger's matte black, gearbox is matte black, and then back in the back there, shocks, suspension arm, springs, all of it is just colored to the max. So that Ferrari is probably just going to be a project for myself. V12, dual overhead cam, MRN. I don't know what the MRN stands for. V12, MRN right there. Was I able to put an engine swap in there? Maybe I could fit something better. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Go figure. Okay. Here we go with building this motor. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken on that Hellcat, which is what I'm probably going to do with that Ferrari, I think the engine block's even colored like a matte black. I wonder why that oil filter is a pink color, like a salmon pink. It's not really salmon pink, it's really like a hot pink kinda. Rings. Ring. I'm just gonna type in ring. Then I gotta find, oh, here we go. Get 12 of these, and then go to the tune-up shop. Piston. Let me tell you, building a V12 motor is not fun in this game. It's time consuming. But I mean, the sound of the V12 screaming, it's nice after it's built and put together and all that, put in the car with suspension and stuff. You get to hear it start running. It sounds really good. Four exhaust manifolds. Needing 12 spark plugs. This thing should make at least 1,000 to 1,200 horsepower. If not, I'm gonna be upset. Now the exhaust manifolds. More exhaust manifolds. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. I mean, now that I think of it, it doesn't really take too much longer than a normal motor. It's just longer. And it looks like it has, well, it does have a lot more steps to it. Well, not more steps, just more parts. Just basically two V6 motors in one. That's basically all this V12 is two V6 motors. Just better. "12 ignition coils." Oh shoot. I accidentally bought 11, so I had to go back in and buy one extra one. No, I'll put the ignition coils in first because it's a pain in the butt sometimes to get around that manifold. Especially when I go to put those fuel rails in, it's definitely a pain in the butt. This shouldn't be too bad though. Yeah, well, no. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I haven't built a V12 in forever, so I forgot where it was placed on top of the motor. 2 throttle bodies. Yeah, that should tell you how big this motor is. If it has 2 throttles, this thing will be screaming. Everything on the front of this motor will be just in the regular shop. Got to put these shoes in, and then I got to get the timing covers, and then that's where the pulleys and everything come in, and then more belts. Then the water pump, and then the crankshaft pulley. Had to look at the name of it for a second. I forgot what it was called. I think there will be 2 idle roller bees. If I'm not mistaken, there will be 2 of them. We'll see. Well, there's almost the whole motor done. Now I gotta get the flywheel, the clutch plate, and all that stuff put in there. Then all of these rod caps. I apologize for being quiet. I don't know, I'm tired. Oil pan, so hey, we're almost done with the motor. And then the fun part begins. We get to start building the suspension. Alright, there's that motor. Take engine off of the stand. Walk back in here. I return that engine hoist back over here. Why would I do such a thing? Install. Make sure everything's okay. Let's see how much red. Oh, there's just question marks. Now that motor looks pretty nice just sitting in there. It's not being held in by anything, of course, but still looks pretty nice sitting in there. This is the part that I like. Go ahead and buy that custom gearbox. And then get that gearbox out of the way so I don't have to do it later. Okay, she's hooked up. And if I'm not mistaken, I have to take the top of that motor off just to put oil in it, I think. Whenever I'm buying rubber bushings, I go ahead and count ahead to see how many I need. That way I don't have to keep going back and forth, trying to buy them all. It just makes it an easier process. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that starter, because I'm sure, I guarantee it, I'll forget about it. With it being in the back of the car, I'll go to crank the car and I'll be like, oh, why the heck isn't it starting? And then I'll be like, oh, yeah. And then completely forget all about it. Rear spring, two of those. Go ahead and put those on while I'm up here. I'm gonna go down, put the suspension together. Brakes, brake pads, brake set caliper cylinder, brake caliper, then go here, buy 4 of them. I don't know why I didn't just buy everything I needed out for brakes while I was in here. Cool, got it done. Personally, these carbon ceramic brakes just look mint. They just look like they belong on the car. And that tire is ready to go on, so the back suspension is finished. Once again, excuse my dogs, I apologize. Go ahead and get the tie rods and everything I need for it. Outer tie rod, inner, inner, outer, whatever. I only need one of those. I don't know why I was trying to buy two. I built so many cars in this game. One day on a video like this, I'll just have to show you all the cars that I've built. And y'all will understand how I go so quick on them. I've already rebuilt one of these F1s already. I mean, it was fun, but it was a lot of things to buy for the motor and all that. So I knew what I was getting myself into whenever I bought this. I just figured I could show you guys what the rebuild process was on one of these F1s. Because, I mean, I think personally they're pretty interesting. And if I'm going too fast on rebuilding these cars, just let me know, you guys, and I can go a lot slower. I've just gotten so quick because I'm just so used to it and everything else. I know where all the parts go. I know what parts go where. Go ahead and slap these front wheel hubs on. That way I can get those out of the way whenever I go to put the suspension in. No. Okay, now that's there. Let's go ahead and put these shocks together. Slap them in the front. What? What do I not have for it? Oh, I guess I only bought one of the shocks for it. I'm not sure if I went ahead and bought. Oh, I did. Alright, now I have 4. A little more don't ever hurt. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Now that tire is ready to go on. Now everything else is accessible from the engine bay. Literally everything is accessible except the fuel tanks. Fuel tank C and B. Where's A? Might as well get those while I'm in here. I think these are the only two in the car. And the fuel pump goes right the out. Yeah, battery. Doo-doo. Now I need to find the tires in my inventory and write down the specs for them. There. Alright, we got the specs for the tires, so let's go ahead and slap some tires in it. I want slick tires. That's what I was looking for. What size? 18s. 275. 35s. Cross that off the list so I know I got it. I have a list of these tire sizes and everything else I need in front of me so that way I don't forget. 345. These are some chunky tires. And then 35 18s. Also, I need to buy rims. What rims do I go with? I had an idea of what rims I wanted to go with, but I have to find them. They're like rim 26 here, but they're like more spaced out and there's not as many of them. So give me just a second, you guys. I will find them. Rim 214 looks kind of nice, but I don't like the big center in it. I just want the spokes to be popping out like they're supposed to be there. Well, of course they are. Ah, here we go. These are the ones I wanted. Rim Classic 17. But we're going to do a black set. 4 18s 50. Cool. Now let's go put the tires in, the rims in the tires. I can already tell that those are just the fronts right there.
No, they're the backs.
Chunky boys. Like I said last video on this game, I like to try to race the tire machines with the wheels. Okay, that was my last wheel I put together. I need the 345s, yeah. Yeah, these wheels are a bit chunky, but I like it. Y'all seen the factory one had orange rims, and I didn't like the orange on it, so I didn't go with the orange ones on this one. I think black will suit it a lot better, especially if I go with the white color. Make sure the fitment is right. Oh yeah, the fitment's amazing. Now let's get everything needed in here. I got the engine block twice on my list because I accidentally hit the button twice. Fuse box. I'm trying to get everything electronic while I'm gonna be in the electronic area. I think those are the only two, because I already got the battery. I need the fuse box cover A as well. I know I'll have to have the ABS pump somewhere. I'm not sure where. ECU type A. Buy all these relays. This is the one thing I hate about rebuilding cars. One of the many things. It's not bad though. It's just having to buy a bunch of different fuses and multiple of the said fuses. And now I wonder where the ABS pump is. I'm not sure where that's at. I know it needs it, but I'm just not sure where. Unless this car is just too old for it, because it isn't 1997. Yeah, I don't think it has it, but I'll have it for just whenever I build the next car. Go ahead and put the front of the car together. That's not... I figured the radiators would have fans on them. That's on this side. Nope, they don't have fans on them at all. Get out of that view. Come back here once again. Then we'll go with that air filter. We'll do the tune-up shop for it. I think that's rebuilt the whole car. I just gotta put the body panels on, put oil in the car. Yeah, where's my oil filter? My oil fill. Oh, there it is. I didn't have to take anything off to put oil in it. Cool. I always thought coolant was blue, but apparently it's green. Antifreeze is blue. Why is the brake servo all the way at the bottom of the car? You'd figured that thing would be so much higher, so that way somebody wouldn't hit a rock and the rock comes up and busts that thing open, and you don't have brakes. I think that's everything. Now time to get to rebuild the body of the car. I think it's in the community cars. Yeah, it is. $850 for a McLaren F1 window? Yeah. I'm okay. McLaren F1s are nice, but they're not that nice. Not nice enough to have a $2,000 mirror. And that part's so expensive because, understandable, it's all carbon. Front clamshell, let's see how much that is. 32 grand? That's crazy. Bam, 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 bam. Right headlight, 6 grand. So 12 grand within 2 headlights. So yeah, 12 grand for 2 headlights. Yeah, that fitment is just impeccable. I mean, it's not the best, but it's close. And the fitment spec is what the game called for, so. Take care of the window and then the mirror. Car part 3, trunk, engine cover. The roof scoop. Rear clamshell, rear bumper, car part. $12 grand for the rear bumper. And I thought 12 grand for 2 headlights was crazy. I guess these F1s get quite expensive. If anybody has any of these cars, they're pretty. I'd keep mine garage kept personally if I ever had one. Now let's get it into the paint shop. Get the seat put in it, color it. Interior shop, that's what I was looking for. Ooh, wait a minute. I want that red seat, because that thing is nice. Oh. Wait a minute. Can I paint it? No, I don't want to paint the car. I want to paint the seat. Oh well. I guess it'll just stay black. Paint shop, paint car. Give it a wrap. Gulf. That's not bad. That's the wrap that originally came on it. I might go back with that one because that one's classic. The original McLaren F1 color. I'll put the wrap that came with it back on it, but I'll do a solid color matte. There we go. Now let's get this thing to the test path. Start it up, see if it starts. Oh yeah, it starts. Cool. It's gonna get loud, so headphone users beware. Well, it's not gonna be too loud. You can just hear that V12 just singing back there in the back. The two rear view mirrors. The McLaren Speedtail has those now. It's actually kind of cool, but the McLaren Speedtail is all digital, so it has cameras that come out of the side of the car, which is pretty cool. Alright, now let's go drive this thing on the... Well, no, I don't want the speed track. 5.5 miles. Headphone users beware, because this thing is going to be loud. Or turn your phone down. This thing currently holds my game's fastest record car. Nyom. 365 so far. And in the interior it's just shaking. I want to see about 402. Oh, I seen 402. Can we get 500? Nope, 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 nope. Shoot, gonna have to rebuild this dang thing. That's okay. We got that speed record out of it. So that's what counts. We seen it, we heard it run, we seen it run. That's what counts. So I'm happy with it. Let's go back to the garage. And that's it for the video, you guys. We fully rebuilt a 1997 McLaren F1 GTR Longtail. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what kind of car you want to see me build next, and I'll see if it's in the mod workshop. And if it is, I will get to it as soon as possible. I see y'all's comments. I like the comments. I'll read them. And yeah, you guys, I will catch you guys on the next one. See y'all.